Hey, good afternoon, guys. So I've had at least a couple requests. I think the same guy probably twice in the past few days had asked me to go over my Haversack Kit. And it's funny because when I was checking YouTube today, Dave Canterbury actually did exactly that same video. So this is not to copy him, and I think you'll figure that out as the video goes along. So nice, quick, easy video to do. Again, a lot of people like to see what other people are carrying, stuff like that. And this pretty much rings true for everybody, you know, over the years. And as you get more experience in this stuff, you know, your kit evolves, whether it's updated gear or maybe you carry less gear because, you know, your skills are that much further along, you know, and stuff like that. So again, nice quick video. I figured I'd respond to those requests and just run through my Haversack Kit real quick. Alright, so this particular Haversack was actually one I purchased, you know, from the Pathfinder school quite a few years ago. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been quite a few years. The thing's been beat to death. I've just added my logo to the front flap here, you know, but same Haversack that they still sell at the Pathfinder store. And in it, I have just my Scout bottle for a water bottle with a titanium cup and a titanium spork. It gives me a small meal kit of sorts. A headlamp, a backup knife. This one happens to be a Mora High Q. It's a leather sheath that I've actually got from the Pathfinder store quite a while ago, and it fits a Mora, you know, damn near perfectly. So pretty nice sheath. I prefer it over the plastic ones that come with Moras. A Baco saw, you know, infamous Baco Laplander. Because it's such a small kit, I don't carry a bunch of stuff, but I do carry a Lansky's rod. It actually has a little small spot in the back here to sharpen your blade as well, and that works pretty good for the Mora knives and the smaller type knives. So again, just a Lansky's rod. Also, I believe you can find at the Pathfinder store. I carry a small leather bag just full of tinder. It's got some pine pitch in there, some fat wood, some jute twine, some birch bark, some chaga, and actually, yeah, some pine pitch that I've rendered down. So just a little tinder bag, if you will. A small roll of bank line. This is actually a belt pouch that I used to wear, made by a good friend of mine from New York, Joe. And in that is, you know, my basic fire kit, and this goes in and out of different packs. It's got my flint and steel kit in it. It has another tin with some char in it, and it has one can of Mini Inferno, obviously, again, you can find at the Pathfinder store. So that's basically my main fire kit that I keep in any pack that I'm carrying at the time. Mountain Man kit that I sell, been out of stock forever. It's hard to keep these in stock because people seem to like them for whatever reason, but it's just another char tin. It's got char cloth in it. It's got a flint and steel kit in it too. Pretty redundant here as far as fire goes, but it's part of the kit, so I leave it in there. It doesn't take up any more room than the tin does already. And then it has, I believe it's 10 snares in there, a couple hanks of bank line, assortment of hooks. I think I have 4 hooks in mine and some split shot, which gives me, you know, the availability of trying to secure meat, whether it's fish or setting a few snares or what have you. So that's in there as well. And then the only other thing in there is my trail tarp, couple stakes, couple bungees. This thing goes up in like a minute and a half, easy peasy. and there's some cordage rolled up inside, and I believe it should be paracord. I just prefer paracord for, you know, ridge lines and stuff like that. So that's what's in my haversack, complete. You know, when I first ever seen a haversack, I was kind of skeptical of it, to be honest with you. I'm like, you know, that's a nice little man purse you got there. Does it come with a free lipstick and that sort of thing? But, you know, I got drawn to it, obviously, by Dave. I think most people have. Not that other people didn't use it, but from what I see anyway. So I gave it a go, and it's one of my favorite carries, to be honest with you. So much, in fact, I have a second one, and they're just convenient for so many things. Even if you don't carry a kit in it, you know, these things roll up pretty small. They weigh next to nothing, and they're good if you're going out foraging or, you know, collecting fire tinder and stuff like that. You can just throw it in your bag and go, kind of on the go type of deal. They're very easy on, easy off, obviously. You don't have to, you know, throw off a pack and all that stuff, especially if you're only planning on being out a day or so. You know, I think I've done quite a few 3-day trips with that, and I think that's the longest I've stayed out with that kit. But so again, in my pocket I do have another haversack, and this is my Pathfinder school one. So I bought it, did some modification to it just a little bit. One in the way of patches. I still got a few more to go. I'm kind of lacking behind, you know, with the other bug crawling on my screen there, bastard. Kind of falling behind because I don't have, you know, the opportunity to get down there as much as I'd like to. So some of the other instructors are getting all sort of decorated, looking like a Christmas tree. So I got the patches, you know, instructor, basic, advanced, all that stuff. And then on the inside flap, and I got the idea from Jim Kane. I think he added a zipper to his with a couple additional things inside the top flap. But when I first ever used the haversack, it was good to put my journal up top there, but when I open it, it obviously tended to want to fall out, so that was kind of a pain in the neck. So on mine, I just added some Velcro to it, so now it's actually a pocket and I can keep stuff in there. So again, you know, I was skeptical of the haversack at first, but it's one of my favorite carries by far. And obviously, you know, those can be found at the Pathfinder store as well. So with my haversack kit, you know, I'm pretty well covered. You know, even for a good period of time, it'd come down to a water source and finding food, you know, for an extended period of time. But I have everything I need in that respect to do fairly well. Then obviously a knife on my hip. I've been carrying this one for quite a while now. It's an old hickory butcher knife that was gifted to me by Dave. So thanks again for that. And then the sheath was actually handmade for me by a student, suburban bushcrafter. On my other hip, I went to a belt pouch quite a while ago. You know, I did the EDC thing for a while. I had quite a bit of stuff on there, kind of everything I needed, you know, cordage, knife sharpener, the whistle, you know, a ferro rod, the whole bit. And it kind of, I didn't like it. It was too noisy. Yeah, you could go ahead and throw, you know, a thing of duct tape around it and keep it all together, but and then that's off and on with the duct tape, so I didn't like that option. You could wrap some cordage around it and do the same thing effectively, but again, it's on and off with that, so it just became a pain in the neck for me. I actually gifted that to a young man that went to a Pathfinder basic class. He's pretty much a frequent flyer there with his family. Him at the end of one of the classes, try to cheer him up before he had to go home, you know. So run through the belt pouch and what I have in there, you know, for whatever reason, if I got separated from this, and I can't really think of a reason why that would happen, but if I did, just some extra stuff. I have a tobacco tin. Again, here we go, redundant with the fire thing, but it's got the magnifying glass. I have flint and steel kit inside it with some lamp wick. I do have another magnifying glass. Again, the same ones they sell on the Pathfinder store. That's in there. And then I have my blanket pin, and that's more for the traditional stuff I do when I carry my wool bedrolls and stuff like that. So for one blanket tricks and that sort of thing. That's why that's in there, and I always wear the belt pouch now. So I got the magic wand, 6-inch ferro rod. If you can't start a fire with this thing, you might as well just sit home and watch YouTube videos. And again, Pathfinder store, you can pick one of these up and some duct tape on the end, which is the preferred technique, you know, at the Pathfinder school. So I went ahead and did that. Only 2 other things in here. One is just a true Nord button compass, general direction. You know, if I did get stuck out, spun around, whatever the case may be, I can get general direction. Not that I can't use the sun and the moon and the trees and all that stuff, because I can, but you know, a small little button compass just makes it so easy. So I carry that. This pouch I got from, and I'm gonna jack his name up, so I apologize in advance, but his first name's Patrick. His last name, I want to say Giardian or something to that effect. He does some damn nice leather work. Absolutely love the belt pouch. It's a soft leather, very durable though. Some horn work as far as the buttons go, and some beads on the drawstring. Another one up to draw it tight and stuff like that. And then what came with it, and this kind of impressed me, and I carry it obviously because it's useful. So if I got stuck out and stuff starts falling apart, maybe I rip the strap on my haversack somehow or whatever, it's just a small sewing kit, and it's made by a deer antler, and I'm gonna give you a close-up of this thing right now. So deer antler, it's got some bone stoppers on either end, but then you pull it out, it's got a piece of leather with a couple repair needles and some artificial sinew. I thought that was brilliant, and obviously it's very handy if you need to repair anything. So again, it goes with the traditional type look, so I'm very, very fond of this. So that's pretty much, you know, the whole shooting match here for my Haversack kit. If you're interested in one, maybe on the fence about getting one, I'd highly recommend it for sure. And again, most of the stuff that I carry in mine, you can get the whole package deal right at the Pathfinder store, and you can't go wrong there either. So highly recommend it. Alright guys, so I appreciate you joining me for this one. Hopefully the gentleman that asked, or the couple folks that asked, got what they were looking for, you know, and answers, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon with another video. Take care.